Hello and welcome back to yet another video with Cyrus. So around 3 or 4 days ago, I left a community post and I asked you if you'd like to watch a documentary with me, and 85% of the people said yes, we'd like to do it, despite the fact that it is kind of like an auto-tune, auto-vocal documentary. I like to learn a bit about documentary and how I can do it on my own style. Then I will go and create one because I like to, pay my dues and make a good documentary like those that we watched before together. And I just need to learn more. But before that, we like to go and check some of the comments, and then we can watch the video together. Let's go. So we have a pretty one here. Dura Du Coral 3275 around an hour ago. Said, "Hey Yami, do you remember when you used to call BTS steroids? Even though it's logical to think that way, because there's absolutely no way that they become so big internationally in a short amount of time without any connections and support from the industry. But apparently their fans claim that they actually came from a near bankrupt company and with no media exposure." I think I did. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. But you absolutely changed your mind after watching the Rise of Bangtan series with clips and evidence from when they were young and barely surviving financially. They just belong behind they just blog behind the scenes because they couldn't get in variety shows or being invited to television. I did. Yes, I can remember that as well. The Rise of Bangtan series was phenomenal. I like to do a documentary in that style. Let me see, what can I do in my own style. I really like that. But I'm so glad in your journey to discovering them. Your reactions stood out a lot to me because you used to be skeptical of BTS, but look at you now. Ha 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 ha. What a journey. Glad to hear that at least reacting to them made you spiritually healthy. Couldn't wait for more video. Thank you so much, Dura Du Carlol. Yes, I remember that. And, I really love the journey that we had together because it taught me a lot. And, listening to good music it's not just listening to a song and then nothing else. Physically it makes you feel better about life and everything about it, and BTS helped me, of course. As you said, it made me spiritually healthy. Thank you so much for the comments. Yes, the Rising Bangtan series was a big key because it was a well performed documentary, and as we watched that before, of course it's really hard to do another Rise of Bangtan series. I mean, that quality, it was phenomenal. The storytelling, everything was perfect. And it was really sad that it didn't continue. And, I think still Rise of Bangtan channel just got removed in a time that I was doing the reactions a year ago, 2 years ago. But I try to do something like that, and I hope I'll be successful. Not like that, of course. It's not impossible, but still, it's very hard to do such thing. But I can promise I will do one. Another comment we have here 2 hours ago, Fifi Rukine 5331 said, "I also try to listen to other K-pops. I like some songs and I respect their work, but none give me what BTS give me, everything I want and more." So yes, BTS is the best. Of course they are. We talked about it a lot. The BTS did something that is not easy to redo. It was original. It was consistent. 10 years of hard work, perseverance. It changed everything. I really appreciate what they've done to the industry. And of course, it's going to be, a legacy for newer generations that they will see if they want to become the best. It's a hard road when you have nobody around you, but you try to be the best because you think you're the best, because you want to be the best. So you will put that hard work and a smart work together with the hope of becoming someone big, influential, of course. Ruffle Smith, 5737, a friend of mine, I mean, like, Rafael leaves a lot of comments and I really love it. There's a lot of claims saying Stray Kids, Big Bang, EXO, etc. are the best, but all of those are anecdotal and testimonial facts, but based on textual and statistical facts, it's BTS. It is BTS. So these comments belong to the video that I made. BTS is the best Veracity magazine. Thank you so much for the comments, and let's jump into the documentary as we promised. Let's go. The
BTS.
channel called The Famous. It's 46 minutes. It's too long, but I don't know. Let's see what's gonna happen. Maybe I will, skip some parts in the editing, but we can do it. Let's go.
Also known as the Bangtan Boys, is BTS, also known as the Bangtan Boys, is a South Korean boy band that has taken the world by storm. The group quickly rose to fame with their unique blend of music, dance, and powerful messages of self-love and empowerment. But BTS is more than just a band.
This is the first video ever that I started watching BTS.
Of self-love and empowerment.
Sorry.
But BTS.
Yeah, was it on? Yeah, fantastic video.
Is more than just a band. They've become a global phenomenon, with millions of fans across the world known as the ARMY. This documentary will take you on a journey to understand the rise of BTS and the impact they've had on music, pop culture, and their fans. From their humble beginnings in South Korea to their world tours and record-breaking achievements, you'll learn about the members, the music, and the movement that is BTS.
Kid Music Award goes to... Music Award goes to...
Good music.
BTS! This is the history, life, and career of BTS.
It has good music. Mystery behind the name.
Once upon a time, there was a group of young men from South Korea who had a dream to become musicians. They were determined to break free from the stereotypes and expectations that were placed upon them,
Look at
just
them.
like bullets that were aimed at them. So, they named themselves BTS, which stands for the Korean phrase Bangtan Sonyeondan, which translates to Bulletproof Boy Scouts. As they began to gain popularity, they realized that their music and message could reach even further. They wanted to share their message of growth, not just as young boys, but as adults who were ready to face the world head-on. So, they announced that their name would also stand for Beyond the Scene as part of their new brand identity. This extended
Beyond
the meaning
the
of their
Scene,
name
of
to
course.
encompass the idea of growth from a boy to an adult who opens the doors that are facing forward.
Haven't seen this
And
music
so,
video.
BTS
If it's a
continued to make
video.
music and inspire their fans with their message of self-empowerment and breaking free from expectations. They are known as Boden Shonenden in Japan, but to their fans all over the world, they are simply BTS, the Bulletproof Boy Scouts who have grown beyond the scene. In the bustling city of Seoul, a young underground rapper named Kim Namjoon was making waves in the local music scene. His unique style and talent caught the attention of Big Hit Entertainment, a rising music label looking to create something fresh and exciting. Initially, the plan was to form a hip-hop group centered around Kim Namjoon, but the label's executives had a different idea. They believed that a group of individual, free-thinking members would be more marketable and would resonate with a wider audience. Auditions were held in 2010, with a diverse group of young men vying for a spot in the upcoming group. They lived together and worked tirelessly, practicing up to 15 hours a day to perfect their skills. Finally, the big day arrived. BTS, as they were
Pure
now
investment.
known, nervously took to the stage in front of a small crowd of industry insiders. But their hard work and dedication paid off, and their performance was met with enthusiastic applause.
I said this before, like, I'm never gonna think differently, but Bang PD is the director of this masterpiece cinema that we have here. Like, we have actors, we have writers, but without a good director, it's never gonna get into that meaning, and a great director is gonna give meaning to the whole story, and these actors had a very, very good mentor and director.
Little did they know that this was just the beginning of an incredible journey, filled with passion, hard work, and global success. In the bustling world of K-pop, 3 dominant agencies held a tight grip on the industry. But one label dared to be different. Big Hit Entertainment saw potential in a group of young men who didn't fit the typical K-pop mold. They wanted to create a group that could express their individuality and have a say in their music. Thus, BTS was born. They released their debut single album, Too Cool for School, and lead single No More Dream. The album didn't exactly fly off the shelves, but it made a statement. The single tackled the anxiety that many young people face under the weight of high parental expectations, causing shockwaves throughout the K-pop scene. BTS was unlike anything people had seen before. They had a point of view, and they weren't afraid to take on taboo topics in South Korean society and beyond. Despite initial sales, the album reached the top 5 on South Korea's Jaein music chart. Too Cool for School's old-school hip-hop sound from the 90s caught the attention of music reviewers and viewers alike.
지나는 K-pop 한류 열풍의 중심.
전 세계인과 함께하는 생방송 뮤직 뱅.
And as BTS made appearances on Korean music shows, their star began to rise. They were a breath of fresh air, a group that dared to challenge the status quo and pave their own path. BTS was on a roll, and their music was resonating with audiences around the world. They released the second entry in their school trilogy, Oh, Are You Late Too?, accompanied by the single No. The album explored the pressures and sacrifices that students face, a theme that was all too relatable for many of BTS's fans. Their rebellion against the establishment continued, and they continued to tap into the frustrations of
I have this idea. I mean, like I had it before. I had this idea before, but it came to my. I mean, like it's just sparked like a new idea one more time. So I had this idea that if I want to do a documentary, I like to start from their albums, like because as I mean, like if you can remember, we had those days on Twitch that we were listening to all the albums every day, like picking all each songs, checking the lives and the music video, the behind the scenes and everything. I like to do a documentary on each album, like gathering all the info about each album in one video. What do you think about it? Like, is it going to be interesting or not? Like, just leave your ideas on the comments if you have any particular idea that can help to boost this idea of mine. That will be very welcome.
Korean teenagers with the country's educational system. Their music struck a chord with young people in North America and Europe, and their fan base continued to grow. But BTS wasn't just about the music. They had a sense of humor, too. That same month, they starred in their own variety show, SBS MTV's Rookie King channel Bangtan. In the show, they parodied popular programs like VJ Special Forces and MasterChef Korea, showcasing their versatility and creativity.
Fila as their sponsor.
Their hard work and talent paid off, and at the end of the year, BTS was recognized with several new Artist of the Year awards in South Korea. It was clear that they were on the rise, and nothing was going to stop them. The School Love Affair EP, the final installment in BTS School Trilogy, was released. The album immediately hit the top of the charts in South Korea, and even appeared on Billboard's World Albums Chart for the first time.
I like it.
The EP featured 2 singles, Boy in Love.
But they're just talking about the album. It's just like, yeah, BTS career. Yeah, kind of. I mean, like, I think they covered most of the thing, but I like to go deeper, one level deeper. Each album, all the information about each album.
And Just One Day, which further showcased the group's unique blend of hip-hop and pop. Shortly after the album's release, BTS held their first fan meeting in Seoul, where they christened their fan club with the name ARMY. That summer, BTS made their debut in the United States with a concert in West Hollywood, followed by an appearance at KCON in Los Angeles. BTS released their album Dark and Wild, which reached number 2 in South Korea. The album's 2 singles, Danger and War of Hormone, continued to showcase the band's eclectic sound and style. The band then embarked on their first concert tour, which took them across South Korea and beyond. The group launched their first Japanese studio album, Wake Up. In 2015, BTS held their first Japan tour
I should
after the
listen to
album's
The
release.
Rain after this documentary.
Their tour resumed in Malaysia, which saw the group perform across Australia, North America, and Latin America, before concluding in Hong Kong. The entire tour was a resounding success, drawing 80,000 spectators in 18 cities across 13 countries. BTS broke away from their hip-hop roots in The Most Beautiful Moment in Life, Part 1, experimenting with other music genres to capture the essence of youth's beauty and anxiety.
Sure.
They began a trilogy of albums that aimed to portray the struggles of young
What is
people.
this video?
The lead single, I Need You, was a chart-topping hit in South Korea and brought the group a win on SBS MTV's The Show. Meanwhile,
One of my
the second
favorites.
single Dope soared to number 3 on Billboard's World Digital Songs Sales chart, and its music video was viewed over 100 million times on YouTube. BTS kicked off a world tour extension of their Red Bullet tour, visiting several cities throughout Asia, Oceania, North America, and Latin America. The release of For You, in Japanese, along with Japanese versions of War of Hormone and Let Me Know, immediately topped Oricon's daily chart. BTS embarked on their third concert tour, 2015 BTS Live the Most Beautiful Moment in Life, on stage, which began with 3 sold-out shows in Seoul and extended to Japan. The EP's themes centered around the more serious and speculative aspects of youth, such as the pursuit of success, loneliness, affection for one's origins, and the suffering of the younger generation due to unfavorable conditions in society. The album was a huge success, topping the weekly Japan album and Billboard World Albums charts. It marked BTS's first appearance on the Billboard 200 chart, holding the position at number 171 for 1 week. 8 of the album's tracks also appeared on Billboard's World Digital Songs Sales chart. BTS's youth trilogy came to a close with the release of their...
I mean, like, it's a very hard way. And, as I said before, I want to start doing my own feature films. I want to become, one of those new generation directors in the world. And I ain't lying, but I start worrying about how can I advertise? How can I reach to people to show my work to them? And when you get this big, it means that you've done it. Like, first you need to become really good at what you're doing. Then you have to become, a very good, live performer. And then you should become a very, knowledgeable about, publicity and how to do an advertisement. And then when you start doing all those things in pure perfection, you're gonna hit those things.
Their compilation album.
These are worldwide, charts. Like, it's not easy to get there.
Most Beautiful Moment in Life, Young Forever. It was highly anticipated, with 300,000 copies pre-sold, and featured 3 new singles. The Most Beautiful Moment in Life, Young Forever was awarded Album of the Year at the Melon Music Awards, and BTS embarked on their sold-out Asia tour extension, BTS Live The Most Beautiful Moment in Life on Stage, Epilogue. BTS's success continued with their second Japanese studio album, Youth, which sold over 44,000 copies on its first day and reached #1 on the Oricon Daily Album Chart.
I like to know one thing. Let's just do this. BTS first year activity. What were they doing? Or I can say what BTS have done in 2010. Okay, I pre-debuted. Yes, pre-debuted. Do anybody know what is going on? Bangtan first officially appeared in August 2010 with only Namjoon and Young Hoonchul, which is Iron, revealed as members. Namjoon had joined Big Hit in May 2010. I have no info on when Iron joined, except that it was after Namjoon. Bangtan was originally abbreviated as BBPB, which came from their English name, Bulletproof Boys. No Boy Scout at this point. The switch to, it says they switched to BTS as the abbreviation happened mid 2011 with the release of Sature Rap. There were about 30 trainees for Bangtan, but not all of them were ever in the official lineup. The official members were Namjoon, Iron, Shin Dong-yuk, Supreme Boy, I-11, and Yoongi, Hyosuk, and someone named Park Young-man that I have no other information on other than he was older than 94 line. Bangtan featured on 5 official tracks in 2011, always credited as Bangtan rather than the members' names, and Namjoon was on all 5. Hyosuk also featured on Jukhyun Animal in 2012 and was credited as Young Hyosuk on BTS. Bangtan also released a few tracks during this time, including Where BPD, later reworked into Where Bulletproof Part 1. That is interesting. So you can see Namjoon joined Big Hit in May 2010, and almost a year or 2 years of pure hard work. They had only 5 songs, and they didn't have a lineup. So you see, that's what I'm talking about. You want to become something, first you think about what should I do, and then you start gathering information, gathering the people who you need. Then you start investing on their talents, that they become something bigger than their whatever they are. I want to say, like Namjoon was he was a high potential artist, and 2 years of hard work made him a very knowledgeable guy in terms of music and being a good leader. And then one by one, of course, they joined. Interesting. So this is it. BPB. I want to do documentaries on these kind of information. Those who I know I missed at some point, but I like to know more. All right. Let's get back to whatever it was.
The album was eventually certified gold in Japan, with sales exceeding 100,000. 1 month later, in October, BTS
Wings.
released their next studio
Oh my
album,
goodness.
Wings, which
Beautiful.
combined the themes of youth with temptation and adversity. The album and its tracks, including the single Blood, Sweat and Tears, immediately climbed the charts, topping music charts in 23 countries and setting a record for the best-selling album in Japan album chart history. Wings debuted at number 26 on the Billboard 200, making it the
I
best
love
week
the
ever for
story
a
of
K-pop album in the US.
This album,
Breaking records, setting new
Storyline was
milestones,
perfect.
and winning over millions of fans. That's just a typical day for BTS, the global K-pop sensation. With the release of their repackaged album You Never Walk Alone, BTS broke the record for the most albums sold in a month in South Korea. And the hits just kept coming as they embarked on their second world tour, playing to sold-out arenas across the United States. But that was just the beginning when BTS attended
방탄소년단이 세계 월드 투어에 돌입하게 됩니다.
Fans were then given a rare look behind the scenes with the release of an 8-episode documentary titled Burn the Stage, exclusively on YouTube.
Did we watch Burn the Stage? I think we did. We did. It's a very long documentary. Of course, me adding a bit of, here and there comments may take this video very long, and I don't want to make a very long video because it's going to be boring and I don't want to hurt you. So let's make this documentary, I don't know, a 3-part video, 4 parts video, and make it a little bit short and not really take your time to watch a lot of videos on YouTube. Just let's keep it fun, and let's enjoy it rather than just sitting here and force yourself to watch me. I don't want to make you bored. Yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. I really like to know your comments. Of course, I asked 2 different questions on this particular video, and I like you to answer it because that's gonna lead to another video, of course. And I like to make original videos, not just doing only reactions, because I'm telling you, doing reactions it's like watching and learning, but making original videos is just like adding a bit to the whole story, which I love to do. Thank you so much for watching. Love you all, and see you guys later. Take care.